The Ravens are sitting at 8-5, sitting in second place in the AFC North. They currently have a 97% chance to make the playoffs, and it likely will be as a wild card unless they catch the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are at the top of the AFC North right now. Thinking about how this season has gone so far, you can point to maybe to literally you can look at every loss that the Ravens have had and have just moments where you're scratching your head like, well, how did they lose this game? Like it's not like they were overmatched and outmatched with everything, but every loss they've had has just been a head scratcher, quite frankly. Even week one against Kansas City, when Isaiah Likely had that touchdown, but it was called back because literally his big toe was on the line. You can look at the puzzling loss against the Vegas Raiders. Gardner Minshew had diced up this defense, and they lost that game late. The Pittsburgh game, Justin Tucker misses a couple of field goals. They lose 16-18, a close one to the Steelers that a lot of people felt like the Ravens should have won. The Eagles game, even though the Eagles are probably the best team the Ravens have played all season, top to bottom, very winnable game. And Justin Tucker, again, left 7 points on the field. So it's just every loss I look at the Ravens, what they did to themselves versus what the opponent did to them. And that's why it's so puzzling with why they're 8-5. Again, it could be a lot worse. It's like this is me critiquing an 8-5 football team that is very much in the playoff picture. But you just look at the losses they had, and you just find yourself thinking that, well, the Ravens can just get out of their own way and stop, shooting themselves in the foot. They could be in line for the number one seed in the AFC. Which Ravens team is going to show up in the second half of the season after the bye? Which team will show up in the playoffs? Are we going to have this Ravens team that will play offense the way that we envisioned them to play, using Derrick Henry, using Lamar Jackson in the run game, having Zay Flowers playing the way that he was, Rashad Bateman contributing the way he was, the tight ends, Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews contributing the way that they have been, and show the NFL how dangerous of an offense they really are? Or are we going to have the team that we saw in those 5 losses, shooting themselves in the foot, not using the run game, making it hard on themselves to the point where they lose games late? Which one are we going to see? You have to have some kind of faith in Justin Tucker because of his body of work. I know that's a lot to ask right now. Trust me, I know, because I was battling with it myself. But I just can't fathom a kicker like Justin Tucker, for the career that he's had, to not figure out what's going on. Because look, it's not that Justin Tucker doesn't have the range. The ball is still getting there. It's just really, from an accuracy perspective, is where Justin Tucker has been struggling. It's one thing if he no longer has a distance. That's age and attrition. That's a whole different story in my opinion. But I haven't seen that with Tucker. I've seen accuracy issues. And it's hard for me to believe that a kicker as accomplished as Justin Tucker can't figure out accuracy. What's going on there? It could be mental. It could be the placeholder, the long snapper, the whole machine, so to speak, in kicking a field goal. But I gotta have some faith that Justin Tucker can figure that out. He's got Bobby to really sit down with himself and figure out what's going on. I believe that he will figure it out. Another positive, this Ravens defense, which has been atrocious the entire season, has gotten so much better in the past 3 or 4 games. They played very well. They played well against the run all season long, but the pass defense has gotten better. Zach Orr seems to be figuring things out here with Dean Pease as his advisor. And it's really, I mean, just look at it. The Ravens defense held down this Philadelphia Eagles offense very, very well until the fourth quarter because the offense didn't do their job and respond. But you're holding that team to a limited amount of points. That's really hard to do, and they did that. Held the Pittsburgh Steelers without a touchdown. Made them kick all field goals. They played well. They played very well. Are there some leaks there still? Yeah, sure. But I've been impressed with how much better they've been playing this past couple of games. You got to put it all together. Defense, keep playing the way that you're playing. Offense, get back to what we do, which is run the ball, play action, get Lamar Jackson out scrambling. Lamar Jackson has to start running the football more. I understand that he's trying to let his receivers run his routes and get open, go through his progressions, do all the quarterback stuff that you love seeing in every other quarterback. But Lamar Jackson also has to be Lamar Jackson. Yeah, be the quarterback, the MVP quarterback that we know you are, but also be that electric, scary runner that we also know you to be. We know it's still in there very much so why not use it? It's time to bring out all the weapons and use your entire arsenal that you possess. Because it's going to equate to Ravens wins and the Ravens making an actual run in the postseason. I still very much believe they are one of the better teams in the NFL. They're fully capable of making the Super Bowl, at the very least the AFC Championship. This is not biased saying here. You look at the team and it's like they have the ability to do that. The question is, will they put it all together and show us who is the real Baltimore Ravens? Which team is going to show up?